Okay, we're back. We're going to do the polka. There was a beginner intermediate polka class on Sunday and an intermediate class for polka on Sunday as well. And again, we tied these two together, but if you were at one and you weren't at the other, that's fine. You can do these moves separately. First thing we talked about in the beginner polka class was footwork. It's real important in polka that you let your movement make your pulse. So many people try to push on the floor so hard to do their polka that you end up really overworking the dance. And it shouldn't be a dance that you don't like because it's so hard, or that it makes you work, or that you end up tired or sweating afterwards. It should be a dance that's just a lively, fun dance, a lot like swing, okay? But so many people try to pound on the floor so hard to try to get that polka look that's where you end up working too hard. So just let your movement make your pulse happen. It will happen if you do the footwork correctly. And this goes back to what we talked about in the swing. If you take your steps 1 and 2, 3 and 4, you don't have any pulse, you have a jerk. Okay? It's 1 and 2, 3 and 4. That's your jerk. That's what we don't want. So consequently, what people do is they end up pounding on the floor. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And it just makes the jerk bigger. Okay? So then here you are on the floor trying to do polka, and you just look like a big jerk. So one of the things that I want you to think about is stay in third position when you take your steps. Okay? Don't let your feet come in this fourth position. First of all, stay in third position and make sure that your foot bumps into this other foot. Don't kick it. You don't have to go 1 and 2 and kick it out of the way. But let it bump into it so they're almost touching there, okay? And most of the time when I do a polka, I try to get my feet to touch there, because the tighter I make that, the easier it is for me. If I do 1 and 2, I'm trying to progress, and I go 1 and 2, you see how much I can progress from there. But now I can take smaller steps and bring my feet together and progress farther. So the together is really the important thing. Keep it in third position, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 for the guys. For the ladies, I'll do it going this way so you can see it. Here's the guys part again, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay? For the ladies, it's just the other way with the other foot, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So we can still dance it on a straight line, but you're changing from this third position to this third position. Okay? And your body movement will make the pulse happen. Okay? That's probably the most important thing that you can do with your polka, is bring your feet together. Makes it easier, makes it look better, and makes everything else, every other turn that you do, a lot easier as well. Okay? Sarah's going to help me do the pattern that we did in the beginning intermediate polka class. We started with a basic, and we moved to promenade position. So from a closed basic with a 1 and 2, 3 and 4, we're going to promenade position. And we go 1 and 2, and we send the guys around. You're in front of her, guys. Now, guys, your movement is going to slow down so she can get around you. 3 and 4. Notice I'm still hanging in third position here as I go backward, okay? And she's going to be in third as she comes around me. So that's our right turning basic. It's 1 and 2, 3 and 4. We did an inside turn with this. 1 and 2. Ladies' inside turn is going to happen on 3 and 4. We're back to closed, guys. We can go right back into our right turn. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay? Guys, it's real important on this inside turn, if you want to go right back into a right turn again, don't lose contact with your right hand. Let the hand drop though. 1 and 2 from here, drop it to her waist, let her turn. 3 and 4. Bring it back up to her shoulder blade or where you're headed with it. Okay? If you're headed to her arm, you can slide right back out the arm. But if you lose contact with her body, she's going to get too far away from you. Watch me. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Now I can't get her. And I can't go around her either. So now I'm stuck doing another 1 and 2, 3 and 4, trying to get back together with her doing another basic. Okay? Don't lose contact with her body and you'll be fine. That was the beginner intermediate polka. That was the pattern and the technique that we worked on. Then, with the intermediate polka, we took this a step further. We added a couple more turns to it. We ended up with an 8-measure phrase of patterns, or an 8-measure amalgamation. So if you're phrasing a routine, or for a competition, or if you just like to do things in phrases of 8 measures, 32 counts, it'll be a lot easier for you. Here's the sequence that we did. We'll dance all the way through it. 1 and 2, inside 3 and 4. 1 and 2, outside 3 and 4. Okay? Then from there we're gonna move on. The guys are gonna turn with 1 and 2. So you're gonna turn around there, guys. Now she's gonna turn. We did a simple turn first on 3 and 4. Okay? And then the guys are gonna pick up the hand from here, and you're gonna move inside. Excuse me, we're gonna pick it up underneath. You're gonna move inside, guys, and you're gonna turn all the way around again on 1 and 2. Okay? And then pick her back up here with. She's going to come around you on 3 and 4. Okay? We'll dance all the way through it, then we'll break it down a little bit better. We're going to do 1 and 2 inside 3 and 4. 1 and 2 outside 3 and 4. Guys turn 1 and 2. Ladies turn and 4. Guys turn 1 and 2 and back out of it. 3 and 4. Okay? Now that gives you a four measure pattern, but you go through that sequence twice and that'll give you 8. There's enough turns there that you can do that. Now what we talked about was single turns versus double turns. Guys, we can go 1 and 2, and she can do either 3 and 4, which is a single, or 1 and 2, and she can do 3 and 4, which is a double. Same thing with the outside turn. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, single turn, or 1 and 2, 3 and 4, which is a double. Now that gets a little bit more advanced for the ladies, so let them decide when they're ready to go into that double turn. Guys, same thing here when you're turning. We can go either 1 and 2, which is a single, or you can spin it and you can take your turn. 1 and 2. Okay? What we want to end up with is the right to right, so she can go into her turn next. Again, single turn for her is going to be on 3 and 4. So let's just do a single the first time, 3 and 4. So ladies, that's real simple, okay? Almost too simple sometimes, okay? Or we can go into the double with 3 and 4, left foot. With 3 and 4 for the ladies, she's going to go, with your left foot, my fault. She can go 3 and 4, guys. Again, picking up that hand, you can take her on into this position if you want to. Any other moves that you want to get into. The biggest thing as far as the guys are concerned is that we need to get you turning more, okay? So much of what you see when you watch people dance is you see the girls having all the fun. Guys, as soon as you start turning, you'll like it. I know in the beginning you don't want to turn because you're busy thinking about what else you're doing. But when you start turning, it opens up a whole new door for you as far as the dancing goes.
And the ladies like it.
Yeah, ladies like it. They don't want to turn all the time. They want you to turn part of the time too. That's one of the things that gives them a little bit of a break from the turning, and it lets them have a little fun with their skirt or whatever else they want to do. A lot of times if you're just turning them, they have no time to do anything else, and that's a real big misconception with a lot of guys. A lot of guys think, oh, if I'm not turning her all the time, she's going to get bored, and that's not true. It's when neither one of us is turning that she gets bored. If we're just doing the basic step down the road, okay? So if you want to turn, that's fine. You don't have to be turning her all the time, okay? So take those steps, take those patterns, and especially as far as the guys are concerned, really think about doing more turns with your polka and all your dances for that matter. Okay? We're gonna come back with one more, and that's the country rumba. We'll be back in just a second.
Welcome back to the review tape. We're going to be working on some of the polka beginner to intermediate that we worked on in the Long Branch Saloon workshop. We talked about taking the energy out of the legs on the dance. The dance has certain characteristics, one of them which being a vertical rise and fall. Your center is working vertically against the floor. In order for us to do this, we've got to take the energy out of the knees. Notice how working in the knees, nothing works in the upper body, but trying to direct the energy through the hips. The rhythm line for the dance, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. If we really get down into the beats of the dance, it's down, up, down, down, up, down. Footwork to help us coordinate with this is third position, heel to instep. Trying to bring our feet together rather than passing. Trying to avoid 1 and 2. The dance is very tough to do when your feet pass. Just simply bring your feet together, and as your feet come together, rise up through the balls of the feet. And we want to try to get a nice common pulse between me and my partner. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Remember how we talked about the canter of the body? a basic rolling pattern of this being the forward line of dance. Up the line of dance, and notice the third position, and notice the heads. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Remember guys, we talked about the head where it finishes on 4, your body's going to follow through. So if you feel like yourself constantly coming to the inside of the floor, let your head go to the outside a little bit more. The piece we worked on, the amalgamation, started into a promenade position. We did a rolling basic, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. The gentleman worked up underneath, 1 and 2 set, 3 and 4. Be very patient with this movement, trying to make more of an action coming on 4. The ladies did a whip turn to the outside. Now as they worked there, they turn, 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 dance, dance, dance. Turn, 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 dance, dance, dance. The next motion basically took us side together forward, then we finished up 7 and 8. All right, now notice we put all this together. 1 and 2. Wait, let me count it a different way. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. Now we started talking about a little bit of syncopations in here. First we did little push stops together, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and then we did 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, taking the lilt out, leading inside turn over the head, 1, 2, 5, 6, into the wrap, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, finishing in the wrap. The next was the wrap switch across. Notice 1 and 2, slipping over, gentleman slipping over on the count of 3 and driving forward. 3 and 4. And then we did our skips. And 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. That series back to back should look something like this. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Talked about lots of different things in the polka, but remember, try to get the characteristics of the dance down first, and you can find all kinds of wonderful patterns to incorporate. Thanks again, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Beginning intermediate polka.
Polka.
First thing we did was inside and outside turns. All right, we just talked about, we went 1 and 2, 3 and 4, turning outside on 5, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. For an outside turn on 5. Okay, inside turn we went 1 and 2, turned 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, counting everything in 8 count sections. Okay. Now from there we did what we call the polka turns, which are the world-renowned polka turns. They went 1 and 2, 3, and we set up on 4. We then went 5 and 6, 7 and 8, back to line and dance forward. From here we did an outside turn, okay, and it went 1 and 2, 3 and 4. We went 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Alrighty, and from there the lady does an outside turn, keeping the hand to go to hammerlock, and it goes 1 and 2 forward, 3 and 4, setting up on 4 so we can rotate 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay, doing an inside turn now. So we didn't rotate all the way forward. We rotated side towards the middle of the floor, doing an inside turn on 1, 1 and 2, picking up 3 and 4, back 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay. So that was the beginning intermediate polka class that we did.